Hi, everyone. I want to introduce you to Sitara Taddeo. She is part of our research team, and we are doing a series of go-to Noetic practices. And so I wanted to invite her to share with you a practice that she does with her about the five senses. And so I'm going to let you introduce it, Sitara, and then you can go ahead and lead yourself into the practice.
Beautiful. Thank you so much for having me, Nina. And I'm excited to share this practice with you all because it's so simple, it's so accessible. And I think the benefits are really profound when you drop in. And I don't know about you, I'm sure we all have busy days and we can kind of get into an autopilot and be in our heads a little bit. So, this is a practice to ground us into our bodies, to connect the mind and the body, and recenter our focus for the day. So it's very simple. If you're driving or need to keep your eyes open and your awareness, obviously don't close your eyes. But you could still take some of these tools into the practice at any time, any place for the most part. So if you are able to safely close your eyes, I invite you into that and start with a couple centering, cleansing breaths. Usually, when I do this by myself, I'm intuitive with it. I can feel with each breath my body relaxing a little bit more with an inhale, maybe holding the breath at the top, and having your exhale be longer than your inhale changes the balance of oxygen and CO2 in your blood, which automatically tells your nervous system to calm down. It tells your body you're safe. So, doing a couple of those cleansing breaths where that exhale is a little longer, maybe holding at the top, just to get yourself into relaxation mode. Next, we're going to navigate each of the five senses and explore how many sensations and perceptions we're able to access through each one. So, first, I invite you into the experience of touch. How are you experiencing gravity in this moment? Where are you making contact with the earth, the floor, perhaps a chair? What parts of your body are keeping you grounded in this moment? Noticing another sensation of touch, perhaps your clothing, perhaps your jewelry. Are you wearing socks or shoes? How do your toes feel? Are they constricted or are they feeling free? Perhaps you also have jewelry or hair, something else touching your skin. And just observing without judgment, just noticing. Next, we'll move on to the sensation of taste. Perhaps you want to open your mouth and take a breath in, get some air flowing and circulating. If you were to tune into the tastes in your mouth, perhaps the last thing you ate or drank, perhaps it was a mint. Tuning into any sensations in the mouth. Next, we'll move into scent. How does the atmosphere smell? Can you pick up on anything in your environment? And if not, feeling into the breath. Noticing as you tune into this, the air that moves in and out of your body in this constant rhythm that allows us to exist in this life and in this body. Next, we'll do sound. How many different sounds can you hear? Allow yourself to count them, to name them, to tune into them. Perhaps some of them are near, perhaps some of them are far. And then lastly, before we do sight, take a deep breath and feeling the peace that we've cultivated here, we're going to open our eyes for just a moment and then we'll close them again. So when you're ready, you can flutter your eyes open and take a soft gaze around the room. Perhaps there's different objects that hold significance for you. Perhaps there's things of beauty. Perhaps there are things that remind us of what we have left to do in the day. It's all perfect. It's all just existing. Try to notice the beauty, notice the details and the things in this environment with your soft gaze. And then after a moment, closing the eyes again. What's beautiful is each and every one of these senses is delivering information through vibration, whether that's a frequency of scent, of sound, of light. Everything in our environment is energy and vibration. Allowing ourselves to tune in to this little sliver of the electromagnetic spectrum, a little sliver of all of the infinite energy in the universe that we can perceive through our five senses. Knowing that every one of these sensations arises and falls away in our awareness as we can tune into the many different frequencies in our environment at any time. I invite you to take a couple more deep breaths, sitting in this space, feeling that weight of gravity. And perhaps you have an intention before ending this practice of how you would like to move through your day. Maybe you remembered something to do. Maybe you were inspired by something that you experienced. Whatever that intention is, taking a little breath, planting it into your heart. You can stay in this space for as long as you'd like. When you're ready, you can flutter your eyes open again and rejoin us in the space.
Thank you, Sitara. It's always so beautiful to be with you.
Likewise, thank you for joining me in this practice.